Welcome to Rise and Conquer Daily Motivation and Success Mindset. Let me tell you something you need to hear right now. You do not have a motivation problem. You have a distraction problem. You are not weak. You are not incapable. You are not behind because you lack talent. You are behind because too many things are stealing your attention, draining your energy, and pulling you away from the work that could change your life. Every time you sit down to study and pick up your phone, you are not just losing 5 minutes. You are training your mind to escape. Every time you say, "I'll start in a little while," you are not resting. You are building a habit of delay. And every time you wait to feel inspired before you work, you are handing control of your future to your mood. That has to stop. If you want to focus like a machine, then you must stop living like a victim of every notification, every urge, every random feeling, and every excuse. Machines do not negotiate with comfort. Machines do not ask, "Do I feel ready?" They do the job. And if you want real results, you need that same energy. Not robotic in spirit, but relentless in action. Calm, locked in, unavailable to distraction. Here is the truth most people do not want to accept. Motivation is powerful, but it is unreliable. Some days you feel fired up. Some days you feel tired, bored, overwhelmed, or mentally foggy. If you only study when you feel motivated, you will always be inconsistent. An inconsistent effort creates average results. Focus is more powerful than motivation because focus does not require emotion. It requires decision. It requires commitment. It requires you to say, "No matter how I feel today, I will do what needs to be done." That is what successful people understand. They do not wait for perfect conditions. They do not wait for the perfect mood, the perfect energy, or the perfect time. They train themselves to begin. They sit down. They remove distractions. They start ugly if they have to. They work when it is inconvenient. They work when it is boring. They work when no one is watching. That is why they win. You say you want a better future, then prove it with your focus. Because studying is not just about books, notes, or exams. It is about identity. Every time you focus deeply, you are becoming someone stronger, someone sharper, someone more disciplined, someone who can be trusted with bigger opportunities. And every time you give in to distraction, you are sending yourself a message. My goals can wait. My future can wait. My standards are low. Is that really the message you want to repeat to yourself every day? Listen carefully. Discipline beats mood, every time. Mood says, "I'm not in the right state." Discipline says, "Sit down and begin." Mood says, "Maybe later." Discipline says, "Now." Mood chases comfort. Discipline builds a life. If you keep obeying your mood, your life will stay unpredictable. But when you build discipline, you stop being controlled by feelings that change every hour. So how do you stop procrastinating? You stop making studying feel optional. You stop turning every session into a debate. You decide before the moment comes. You create a clear time, a clear place, a clear task. Then you protect it. Phone off, notifications off, tabs closed, noise reduced, water ready, materials ready, no drama, no overthinking, just work. The more decisions you remove, the easier it is to start. And when you sit down, do not tell yourself to study for 10 hours. That is how people scare themselves out of action. Tell yourself to lock in for the next block of time. 30 minutes, 45, 1 hour, fully present, no switching, no checking, no scrolling, no reward before the work. Train your brain to stay with one thing. That is how focus grows, not through wishing. Through repetition. Deep focus is a superpower now because most people cannot do it. Most people are addicted to interruption. Their mind jumps from screen to screen, thought to thought, desire to desire. But the person who can concentrate in a distracted world becomes dangerous in the best possible way. That person learns faster, retains more, produces better work, builds confidence, and most importantly, starts believing, "I can trust myself to do hard things." That belief changes everything. Because once you trust yourself, excuses lose power, laziness loses power, fear loses power. You stop depending on outside motivation and start operating from self-respect. And self-respect is built when your actions match your goals. When you say you will study and then actually study, you build pride. Real pride, quiet pride. The kind that makes you walk differently because you know you are no longer lying to yourself. You also need to understand delayed gratification. The life you want is on the other side of resisting what feels easy right now. Comfort is expensive. Distraction is expensive. Entertainment without limits is expensive. They cost you time, energy, momentum, and confidence. But focused effort pays interest. Every study session is a deposit into your future. Every hour of concentration is a vote for the person you are becoming. So starting today, stop asking how to feel more motivated and start asking how to become more disciplined. Stop asking what is convenient and start asking what is necessary. Stop letting distractions decide your direction. Sit down. Focus hard. Study like your future is watching, because it is. Become someone who finishes what they start. Become someone who can sit with discomfort and still perform. Become someone who conquers the mind before trying to conquer the world. Your future does not need more excuses from you. It needs effort. It needs consistency. It needs focused action. So lock in. Protect your time. Do the work in front of you. And keep going until discipline becomes your nature. If this message hit you, like, share, and subscribe to Rise and Conquer Daily Motivation and Success Mindset.